You will hear a conversation about travel arrangements, traveler, and a planner. As you listen, complete the form. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 10. Good morning. How can I assist you today?
Morning, Sarah. Yes, I'm looking to book a holiday package. I'm not sure of the exact destination yet, but I have a rough idea. Could you help me with some details?
Of course. Let's start with the basics. Could you give me your full name?
Sure, it's John Marshall. That's John and Marshall with 2 L's at the end.
Got it, John Marshall. And which date are you planning to travel?
I was thinking of leaving on the 15th of December. No, wait, actually, I think the 17th might work better. Let's go with the 17th.
Okay, the 17th of December it is. And how long would you like to stay?
I'm planning to stay for 10 days, but maybe an extra day or 2 would be good if the price isn't too high. Let's keep it at 12 days for now, just in case.
All right, so returning on the 29th of December?
That sounds right, yes.
Now, any preferences on destinations? You mentioned you were unsure.
Yeah, I was thinking of somewhere warm. Maybe the Canary Islands? Or was it Malta? I'm not completely sure. Let's go with Malta for now.
Malta is a beautiful choice. And for accommodation, do you prefer hotels, resorts, or something else?
I'm leaning towards a hotel, but if the resort option is within budget, I'd be interested in that too. Let's say a resort, but I'm flexible.
Okay, I'll check both hotels and resorts then. What's your budget range, by the way?
I'd like to keep it around $1,500. Although, if it's really worth it, I can stretch to $2,000.
All right, noted. Now, do you have any special requirements for the trip? Meals, tours, anything like that?
I'd definitely like breakfast included and maybe a couple of guided tours, but I don't need anything too extravagant. Let's say breakfast and 1 tour.
Breakfast and 1 tour. Got it. Lastly, how will you be paying for this? Credit card, bank transfer?
I'll be using my credit card, but if needed, I can also do a bank transfer. Credit card is easier though.
All right, we'll prioritize credit card payment then. Now, let me just confirm everything. You're planning to leave on the 17th of December, staying for 12 days, with a budget of around $1,500 to $2,000. Your preferred destination is Malta, with accommodation in a hotel or resort. Breakfast and 1 tour should be included, and you'll be paying by credit card. Is that all correct?
Yeah, that sounds right. Oh, and about the budget, could you double-check the resort prices? I want to make sure I'm not overspending.
Of course. I'll make sure to compare the hotel and resort prices and keep you within your budget. Anything else?
No, that's all for now. Thanks so much.
You're welcome, John. I'll email you the details in the next few hours.
Part 2. You will hear a speech about local facilities. As you listen, complete the short answer questions. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
Good morning everyone, and thank you for inviting me to speak today. I'm excited to tell you all about the local community facilities that have been developed over the past few years. These facilities have been designed with residents in mind, aiming to improve the quality of life for everyone living in the area. Let me start by talking about Greenway Park. Greenway Park is probably the most popular outdoor facility we have. It's located just 5 minutes from the town center, covering an area of 25 acres. The park has recently undergone some major renovations, and it now features a new children's playground, a beautifully landscaped picnic area, and a dog park where residents can let their pets off-leash. For those of you who enjoy outdoor activities, there are well-marked walking trails and a cycling path that winds through the park, offering a scenic and peaceful environment for exercise. One of the main attractions at Greenway Park is the community garden. This project was started 3 years ago and has become an integral part of the local community. Residents can rent small plots of land to grow their own vegetables, herbs, or flowers. It's been a great way for people to meet their neighbors, learn about sustainable gardening, and, of course, enjoy fresh produce. The waiting list for garden plots is currently about 6 months long, so if you're interested, make sure to sign up early. Next, I want to talk about the Maplewood Community Center, which is another excellent facility. It was built 10 years ago and is located on Bayside Road, right across from the town library. The community center offers a variety of programs, ranging from fitness classes to educational workshops. There's something for everyone: yoga, dance, Pilates, and even some less conventional classes like martial arts. The fitness center is equipped with state-of-the-art machines and is open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. For those of you with children, the community center also has a daycare service. It's a reliable and affordable option, especially for working parents. The daycare accepts children between the ages of 6 months and 5 years. There's a team of certified childcare professionals, so you can be confident your kids are in good hands. Moving on, I'd like to mention the Riverside Sports Complex, which is located just outside town, about a 10-minute drive from here. It's home to several sports clubs and provides facilities for football, tennis, and swimming. The football field is open to the public, but many local teams also use it for practice and competitions. The tennis courts are available for both casual games and organized lessons. What's especially exciting is that the sports complex recently opened a heated indoor swimming pool. It's open year-round, which is fantastic for those who want to swim during the colder months. If you're someone who enjoys reading, we're lucky to have a well-stocked public library located in the heart of town. The library is more than just a place to borrow books. It's also a community hub where workshops, book clubs, and events are held regularly. For those of you who may not be familiar with it, the library was renovated last year and now has an expanded collection of books, including a large section dedicated to digital media. You'll also find free Wi-Fi, quiet study areas, and a computer lab. Finally, I'd like to highlight our public transportation system, which has seen significant improvements over the last few years. There's now a new bus route that connects the residential neighborhoods with the town center and nearby shopping areas. Buses run every 20 minutes during peak hours, which has made it easier for residents to commute without relying on their cars. This is part of the town's efforts to reduce traffic congestion and carbon emissions, so if you haven't taken advantage of the buses yet, I encourage you to do so. In conclusion, I hope I've given you a good overview of the local facilities that are available. Whether you're looking for recreational activities, childcare services, or just a nice place to relax, there's something for everyone here. And remember, these facilities are here for you, so take advantage of them and make the most of what our community has to offer. Thank you.
You will hear a speech about local facilities. As you listen, complete the table. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 17 to 20.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to talk about some of the local facilities that our community has recently upgraded. These improvements have been made to enhance the quality of life for residents and to provide more options for recreation and wellness. Let's start with Millennium Park, which is the largest public space in our town. The park has always been a popular spot for families, and now it's even better. A new outdoor gym has been installed, offering a variety of fitness equipment. You can find this gym right next to the children's playground. In addition to this, the park also boasts a 5-kilometer running track for joggers and walkers. Moving on to the Central Library, it's been completely modernized. The library now includes a digital media section where visitors can access ebooks, online journals, and even stream educational videos. What's more, the library has introduced a free Wi-Fi service throughout the building, so you can study or read from anywhere inside. Lastly, for sports enthusiasts, our newly renovated city sports complex is now open. The complex features a 25-meter swimming pool that is open to both adults and children. Alongside the pool, there's a newly built indoor sports court where people can play basketball, badminton, or table tennis. I hope you'll take advantage of these new and improved local facilities. They are a great way to stay active, learn new things, and meet fellow community members.
Part 3. You will hear 2 university students in discussion, guided by a tutor. As you listen, match the answers for the following questions. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 25. Good afternoon, Jack and Lucy. Today, we're here to discuss the optional courses for next semester. I understand you've both been looking at the same ones, but you have different priorities. Let's start with Jack. Jack, what do you think about media studies? Well, media studies looks interesting, but it's not really my main focus. I mean, I know it's useful, but I don't see it fitting into my overall plan. So, I probably won't do it. All right, noted. How about women and power? Women in power is more intriguing. I've read some of the course materials, and the topics are quite relevant to what I want to study. I'm still not completely sure, though. So, I may or may not do it.
I think women and power is crucial. I've already decided it's a must for me. It aligns perfectly with my focus on gender studies.
I know, Lucy, but I'm not as committed to that area as you are. Fair enough. Moving on, Jack, culture and society. What's your take? Culture and society is definitely on my list. The topics on social structures and norms really speak to what I want to explore in depth. I'm definitely doing it.
Same here. I think it's essential for anyone studying social sciences.
Interesting. Now, Jack, what about identity and popular culture? That one's a tough call. I'm somewhat interested in how identity is shaped by popular culture, but I'm not entirely convinced it's worth committing to. So, again, I may or may not do it.
I think you're missing out on a great opportunity there. I'm absolutely doing identity and popular culture. It's such a modern and dynamic field.
We all have different perspectives, and that's fine. Finally, Jack, what do you think of Introduction to Cultural Theory? Introduction to Cultural Theory? Definitely not doing it. It's too abstract for my liking. I prefer courses with more direct application.
Really? I thought you'd go for it. I'm still considering it, but I haven't made a firm decision yet.
Thank you both. It's good to see different viewpoints. This discussion should help you finalize your choices.
You will hear a conversation, which takes place between 2 university students, Emma and Jack, who are discussing their research project under the guidance of their tutor, Dr. Smith. As you listen, complete the sentences below. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 26 to 30. So, Emma and Jack, let's talk about your joint research project. How's everything going so far?
Well, we've made some progress, but there are still areas that need improvement. We've collected data from our initial survey, but analyzing it is taking longer than expected.
Yes, we're having trouble interpreting the data. There's so much of it, and it's hard to know where to focus.
That's understandable. How about the literature review? Have you found enough resources for the background?
We've gathered quite a few sources, but there's a particular study by Wilson from 2015 that's been really useful.
It's been great for understanding the broader context of our topic, especially with regard to social behavior in group settings.
Excellent. Remember, it's important to identify any gaps in the existing research. This will help you refine your research question. Speaking of which, how is your hypothesis shaping up?
We've decided to focus on how group dynamics influence decision-making processes. We're testing the idea that larger groups are more likely to make riskier decisions compared to smaller ones.
That's okay. Make sure you test both versions and see which one fits your data better. Have you thought about your methodology?
We're planning to use both quantitative and qualitative methods. The quantitative data will come from surveys, and we'll use focus groups for the qualitative part.
Sounds good. Be sure to clearly explain how you're going to conduct those focus groups. How are you doing on the timeline?
That's where we're falling behind. We were supposed to finish the data analysis last week, but we're a bit delayed.
Yes, we've had to extend that deadline by a few days. But we should still finish the project on time if we push through.
It's important to stay on track. Make sure to prioritize the analysis and don't get bogged down in other areas. Anything else you're concerned about?
We were wondering if you could help us with the statistical analysis, especially with running the tests in SPSS.
Of course, I'll be happy to help with that. Just send me your data, and we'll go through it together. Part 4. You will hear one person speak on an academic subject. As you listen, complete the table. Now, listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 35.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'll be discussing some key renewable energy sources and their role in reducing carbon emissions. As you know, the global reliance on fossil fuels has led to an increase in greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change. To combat this, the use of renewable energy is crucial. Let's take a look at some common types of renewable energy and their benefits. First, we have solar energy, which harnesses power from the sun using photovoltaic cells. It is highly sustainable and has seen significant growth in recent years due to decreasing costs. However, it does face challenges, particularly in areas with limited sunlight. Next is wind energy, produced by wind turbines. Wind energy has been adopted in various regions, especially in coastal and high-altitude areas where winds are strong and consistent. While wind energy has a relatively low environmental impact, it can be disruptive to local wildlife, particularly birds, and requires large open spaces for installation. We also have hydropower, which generates electricity by using the flow of water in rivers or dams. Hydropower is considered one of the most efficient and reliable forms of renewable energy. However, constructing dams can lead to significant environmental disruption, such as flooding large areas of land and displacing communities. Another important source is geothermal energy, which utilizes heat from beneath the Earth's surface. This energy can be used for electricity generation or direct heating. Geothermal plants are incredibly efficient and provide a continuous energy supply, but they are geographically limited to regions with high tectonic activity, such as Iceland or parts of the Pacific Rim. Finally, biomass energy refers to energy generated from organic materials like plant and animal waste. Biomass can be used to produce heat, electricity, or biofuels. It is widely available and can help reduce waste, but its production must be carefully managed to avoid deforestation or food supply disruptions. In conclusion, while renewable energy sources offer a path to sustainability, each comes with its own set of challenges. Balancing these factors is essential as we transition to a more environmentally friendly energy future.
You will hear a speaker giving a talk on the various roles within the sports and fitness industry. As you listen, complete the table by selecting the correct option for each role. Choose from the letters A to G. Now listen carefully and answer questions 36 to 40.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be discussing some of the key roles within the sports and fitness industry, each with a unique set of responsibilities and contributions to the overall success of sports and recreation. Let's explore them one by one. First, let's look at physical fitness instructors. These professionals are primarily responsible for the guidance of ordinary individuals to help them maintain or improve their general health and fitness. Whether it's in gyms or community centers, their main goal is to tailor exercise programs for people at different fitness levels. Their focus is to motivate clients to achieve personal fitness goals and adopt healthier lifestyles. Next, we have sports administrators. These are the people behind the scenes, ensuring that sports events, leagues, and competitions run smoothly. Their key task is to arrange matches and venues, ensuring that everything from the scheduling of games to the logistics of the event is handled efficiently. Without them, the organizational aspect of sports would be chaotic. Moving on to the sports psychologist. This role is especially critical when it comes to high-performance sports. Sports psychologists focus on the support of elite athletes, helping them to cope with the intense pressures of competitions. They work to improve the mental resilience and emotional well-being of athletes, often making the difference between winning and losing in competitive sports. Now, let's turn to physical education teachers. These teachers are found in schools, helping young people develop not only their physical abilities, but also their social and teamwork skills. Their main role is the rounded development of children, focusing on instilling values such as cooperation, discipline, and leadership through sports and physical activities. Lastly, we have the recreation officers. These professionals work at the community level, promoting physical activity and healthy lifestyles through organized recreational programs. Their role is to enhance community health by offering inclusive programs that encourage physical activity for people of all ages and abilities. Whether it's organizing local sporting events or running fitness classes in parks, recreation officers play a pivotal role in promoting health and well-being across the population.
That is the end of your IELTS listening test. Now check the answers.